Today we're going to be discussing brand reputation. So if you want to know more, keep watching the video. A couple of things we're going to be discussing today with regards to brand reputation. So from a lighting control point of view, the two brands that obviously we've discussed here plenty of times in the past are Rayco and Lutron. Often people will just choose Lutron as a go-to just because they've been around for so long. In fact, the company was started in 1961, so definitely a household name from in the lighting control world. Probably a younger, but still fairly old, is Rayco. So they've been around for over 20 years. In fact, they were started in 2002. So still quite a long time in the lighting control game. As I said, they're a UK, British-made, British design company. So it tends to be the one that we favour more just because we love supporting British brands, such as Collingwood Light Fittings. Fantastic lights from them. So from a lighting control perspective, if you had to pick either of these, you wouldn't be going wrong. They've both been around for a long time. They know what they're doing. Customer support is great. From a tech perspective, if you ever call the Rayco technical helpline, the chaps really know what they're doing. Have really gone above and beyond to try and get us out of some interesting situations that nobody could have quite seen arise at the time. So they're very good. From a heating aspect, Heatmiser as well, household name in the underfloor heating control world. I've been a bit specific there because Heatmiser is really good at underfloor heating control, both wet and electric. The problem with Heatmiser is that although they do just programmable stats and wireless thermostats as well, they tend to be less common if you've just got a standard sort of rotary thermostat on the wall. So that's not quite where their main market is. Their main market really is in underfloor heating. Saying that, however, in my property I've got one hardwired programmable thermostat in replacement of a normal rotary thermostat. So I've used one there, and then I also use the wireless Heatmiser thermostat because the way that my property is wired, I wasn't able to actually hardwire a second thermostat in a different part of the house. So I've used their wireless thermostat, programmable thermostat option. So not saying that it can't be used in all situations, just tends to be a little bit less common in sort of conventional wired heating. However, if you wanted underfloor heating, Heatmiser, or even electric underfloor heating, Heatmiser would be the brand that we often specify in our projects, just because we've had such good results with them, especially when paired with the Neo Hub, and then that just gives you that flexibility to control your heating via the app, both in and away from the home. Audio visual side of things, Sonos has been around now for quite a while. My brands that I've chosen obviously Denon as an amplifier, and then Hios as their wireless system. The Hios system itself hasn't been around for that long, however, backed by Denon's pedigree, generally that gives me a little bit more confidence in specifying it to people. However, I know that Sonos is probably synonymous with wireless and multi-room audio, so can't go too wrong with either of those systems. As for things like Wi-Fi, Ubiquiti and Unify, which are the brands that we often use, Unify has been around for a very long time. Often their products are actually aimed more for sort of light commercial use, so in a home environment, it's going to be absolutely rock solid. Mix that with their ability to add CCTV cameras and also expand the system really easily. Can't go too far wrong. So that just gives you a bit of a take on the brands that we choose sort of day in and day out and why we choose them. Hopefully that only answers questions and doesn't only gives you answers and doesn't raise any additional questions. However, if it has, do reach out. Happy to help where I can. I'll see you on the next video.